Thank you so much for watching our videos. Tomorrow being Silver Jubilee of Kargil Vijay Divas, so we thought let's listen from Col.Gurpreet SM as to how he captured .4875. So straight from horse's mouth, over to you, Col.Gurpreet.
Thank you, Shelly. 25 years ago, in the month of June, I was doing my JC course, and my JC course had just about finished. Before that, my unit was asked to move for the Kargil operations. Incidentally, my unit was located in Sopore, and it was the advance party had already moved to go to a peace location, and the unit was then moved into the battle. So I distinctly remember we were doing the JC course when all these battle videos and all these news on the TV
Was pouring in.
Was actually pouring in, and we were actually requesting the DS staff there in Mao that please let us go back to our units. So the course was truncated by about a week or so, and we were sent back to our units. I traveled all the way from Mao on a train without a warrant. So I remember when I was traveling by the train, I just entered without a reservation the second AC compartment, and the TC there checked, and he said that where is your reservation? So I said, I don't have any reservation, I am going to Kargil straight away. So the moment he heard that, he said, all right, sir, you go take berth number 7 and just relax there, nobody will bother you. And sure enough, nobody bothered me till Jammu Tawi. The train went en route. You remember, Shelly, we met at the railway station, and you were there at Ambala railway station for a very short duration.
Yeah, I had come with our son, and it was very mean of you to say कि पता नहीं हम मिलेंगे कि नहीं.
Yeah, well, the news that was coming from the forward areas was very, very difficult news, and I still remember when I reached Jammu. Thereafter, I boarded a convoy to go to Srinagar, and the convoy stopped at Ramban. And at Ramban, there is a transit camp. I went to the officers' mess there, and I happened to open the newspaper, the local newspaper, and in the newspaper there I saw the photograph of Captain Ajay Jasrotia, who was my unit officer. He was very, very dear to me. During our Sopore days, we often operated together. He was the Ghatak platoon commander in the unit. And I saw his photograph and I saw his obituary. And that is when the reality struck me. That, there's no guarantee that I'll be back. And thereafter, I reached Srinagar. Srinagar, the mortal remains of Captain Jasrotia had been brought, so I went, I paid my tribute to the mortal remains, and then I was off to the battlefront.
Sorry to butt in, but Captain Jasrotia, when he was commissioned into the unit in Barakpur, he had brought a joker, a joker for our son, and we
Yes.
still have that toy with us.
Yes, I do remember that, and I hope my son also remembers it. But that was Ajay. That was that lively person, and to see him gone was the first blow that I received. When I reached my unit at that time was in Dras, and the day I reached around 19th
Of
June, 19th of June 1999 in the evening. And the moment I reached my battalion TAC headquarters, I was received by the adjutant Captain Rajiv Kapoor at that time. And he briefed me. He said, all right, you're most welcome, and this is what is happening. And the battle for .5140 was ongoing at that time, and myself and Rajiv Kapoor, we came out of our bunkers and we were able to see the artillery firing on .5140 at that time, and the battle went on throughout the night. So I very distinctly remember watching that battle from the TAC headquarters, Battle of .5140, wherein Captain Vikram Batra and Captain Sanjeev Jamwal, they captured that feature by the early morning of 20th of June 1999. So that was my first so-called inoculation into the battle. The next day when we captured 5140, I called General Y.K. Joshi on the radio set and I congratulated him, and he accepted the congratulations. He asked me about my course, and then he said that okay, you come on top. He was sitting on top of Tololing at that time. Tololing had already been captured by the time. So he said, all right, you move up tomorrow. So the next day, that is the same day, that is 20th, after about a couple of hours, without any acclimatization, without any kind of into the battle, any preparation or anything, then I just moved up. And en route I met my company. I was commanding the Charlie company at that time when the unit was in Sopot. So I met my company. The guys were very happy to see me, and then they said that, sir, now you have come. Now we will also get some glory. So I reached on top. I met General Joshi at that time. At that time he was Colonel Joshi. He was commanding the unit. So he welcomed me and he said, all right, you take your company to 5140 and relieve Bravo and Delta company at that place after the capture. So for the next 5 or 6 days I was there at 5140 with my company, supposedly defending it from any kind of enemy counter attack or anything. And thereafter we came down to Gumri, where there was some rest and recoup for the entire battalion, and that is when the media started coming in, and the famous interview of Captain Vikram Batra with Barkha Dutt inside a tent. That famous interview took place at that time, and we were all there at Gumri doing rest and recoup.
Why have you been so camera shy? You would have also been splashed in the pictures.
I have always been a little bit of a
introvert.
Whatever.
Okay.
So I am never very, very confident in front of a camera.
I'm making you do all this.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, carry on.
So yes, after that we were given the task of capture of Tiger Hill. The unit, that is, was given the task of capture of Tiger Hill, and around 28th of July, all of us company commanders, myself, Colonel Bhaskar, now Colonel Brigadier Bhaskar, Colonel Vikas Vora, myself, Jamwal, Jimmy, and we all went for a recce of Tiger Hill. So while we were doing the recce, we were very close. We were planning how to assault Tiger Hill as part of our next objective. We got a call from General Joshi, Colonel Joshi at that time, saying that the objective has been changed now, so you all come back. So we were not sure what is the next move, what is going to be the next move. So we all came back. We reached our respective locations in Gumri, and then in the evening, Colonel Joshi, he called us all to give us the operational brief. Now I'd like to tell you, before this, when I had taken my company to point 5140 to relieve Bravo and Delta company of our unit, that is a time when I had promised to the unit, to my company, that the next operation, whenever it is, because all other companies had been bloodied in battle, except my company.
Because you were doing the course, and
I was out on a course, and the company didn't have a company commander, so the company was primarily in reserve during that period. So I had when I had gone to Tololing, I had requested General Joshi that kindly have my company in assault whenever the next objective is given to us. So, true to his word, he had promised me at that time. So this time, when we went back to the ops room, the battalion ops room, and he briefed us on the next objective, which was .4875, he gave us the importance of the objective. He showed us that yes, that .4875 was much more important than Tiger Hill at that particular time, because 4875, anybody sitting on top of 4875 could dominate almost about 30 odd kilometers of the national highway. So it was very important for the Indian Army to evict the enemy from 4875, and that is what the next objective was. So he briefed us, and I reminded him of the promise that he had made to me, that Charlie company, that is my company, would lead the assault. And he said, all right, yes. So the plan was that Charlie and Alpha company would assault. Charlie company from the southern side, and Alpha company under Major S.V. Bhaskar from the southeastern side. And there were two objectives, two so-called Sangars on top of 4875 feature. One was flat top, that we called, and the other one was .4875 top feature. So my company was given the target to assault or to advance along the southern slope of the 4875 feature and capture flat top. And Bhaskar sir's company was given the task of advancing along the southeastern spur to capture 4875, and then we were both supposed to marry up and consolidate on top of the entire feature after capturing the feature. So all the plans were made. We moved to a place called Matain, from where the assault was to take place, and we consolidated there. Both the companies consolidated. We carried out recce of the objective from wherever we could, and all the plans were made to assault.
I saw Matain about 15 days back. I wonder how you people would have climbed it. It's a very, very
if you remember, Shelly, the assault was supposed to go on 4th of July, and my birthday was on 1st.
Yeah,
so
I remember on 1st of July it was his birthday, and my mother-in-law, she called me and she told me कि मेरे घर विच तक किन्ने जनरल बन गए बिना लड़ाई देखे हुए, देख Vicky कितना चला गया उत्थे. And as I was talking to her, immediately on the phone I saw Vicky on the phone, not on the phone, on the TV I saw Vicky, and he was talking to a few people, maybe the officers, and throughout the day the same clip was repeated, and it was the best birthday gift for us.
Yeah, so in addition to that, the unit had a Inmarsat phone. So I requested Colonel Joshi to let me speak to my wife on that day. So he very graciously gave the Inmarsat to me and said, go ahead. So that is the time when we spoke, and I told her that I am going for the assault. and that is the first time that she came to know that yeah, now the next attack is going to be by me and my company. And that relevance we'll come to a little later, how it affected